is enough said.
What is up, Heat Nation? Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Would really appreciate the continued support, guys. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Click that notification bell so you can get all the updates. Now, let's rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Hope you guys like the shirt for today, but there's actually something I want to debut before we continue this episode. Your boy's got a new look. Situation happened over the weekend where I had to change the hairstyle, so I wanted to debut it today, so check it out. Yeah, buddy, no hair, got that crew cut going on. Your boy's on his Slim Shady vibe. So, I know people are probably going to troll in the comments, so tread lightly. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Now, on to today's topic, you guys, because I want to talk about Terry Rozier. T-Ro, our starting point guard going into this season. Now, he made some great comments that I was proud of. Proud to call this guy a Miami Heat player. Terry Rozier is consistently showing why he fits this Miami Heat culture. Now, he was on a recent report where he was basically talking about how he's going to respond in the right way. And I'm going to read this quote from Terry Rozier. And I quote, "It's just a wait and see," Rozier said. "That's why I stayed off of all podcasts. I don't do all the talking. My game speaks for itself. It's always been like that. This summer, I've been seeing all the talk. I don't know if people have been bored or whatever, but I see it all. So I'm going to respond the right way." End quote. This is something that you want to hear from Terry Rozier. This is something that we need to hear from Terry Rozier, because I understand last season the Miami Heat lost a little bit of respect from the NBA and fans. Because the Miami Heat was feared going into last season, you guys. After that run we made in the 2023 playoffs, I don't care what anyone says. People are talking with hindsight being 2020 because the Heat didn't make it last year. But the Miami Heat were the most dangerous team going into the 2024 season. And in all honesty, you guys, the Miami Heat can possibly be the most dangerous team going into the 2025 season. Because I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, the Heat are running it back again." Technically, they're not. When Heat fans say run it back, that just really means they're bringing back Tyler Hero. Because if you look at this roster from now and 2020, the biggest mainstays we had on this team is Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero. So when fans say that we're running it back, technically not. Because who are you bringing this season? Who are you bringing into training camp that wasn't there last year? Who was the new addition that you made last season? Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier is going to impact this Miami Heat team in a big way. Now, the reason why it didn't happen last year, you guys, as we saw the injuries. Terry Rozier got hurt, Jimmy Butler got hurt, Duncan Robinson was injured, Jaime Jaquez got injured in the playoffs, Josh Richardson was out for the year. It was just too much for the Miami Heat to handle. And in all honesty, you guys, this has been the biggest thing about this Miami Heat team. Every year there's an injury to a big player. May not be our biggest player, but it usually is a player that brings a lot to this team, that's very valuable to this team. 2020, it was Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo. 2021, you don't really count it because the season started literally a month and a half after the Heat were in the finals. But 2022, Victor Oladipo, Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry. Well, not Oladipo. He got injured in 2023. So did Tyler Hero. Last year was Terry Rozier, the list that I just gave out. So this season, it's finally time. I feel it's finally time for this Miami Heat to give a fully healthy roster and to give it their all in the playoffs. And you know what? All the stars are aligning correctly. Jimmy Butler's in a contract year. Duncan Robinson is in the final year of a guaranteed contract. Terry Rozier has 2 more years left in his contract. Tyler Hero is also going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder because of the stigma of being injury prone. You have a lot of guys that are going to play this season hard and that are going to want to move far. And with comments like that, you guys, this is telling me that this is the mentality of this Miami Heat team. They're not going on podcasts. They're not spreading drama. They're not saying, "Oh, y'all better watch out." No, they're just sitting back, patiently waiting for their moment to strike. And that's going to come this season, ladies and gentlemen. Because I think Terry Rozier is going to be a huge addition for this team this season. You're going to have Terry Rozier have a full training camp with Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler. I understand that a lot of people may not want Tyler Hero to start next to Terry Rozier, which is probably going to happen. But let's be real, you guys. Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero only played 12 games together. They're going to figure this chemistry out come training camp. That's why training camp is so important. When you make trades for players mid-season, you notice there's a little bit of a shake. There's a little bit of a, you got to catch on. There's a trial period. You got to get used to the players because you don't have that training camp. You get traded, you have one, maybe two practices, and you're off. So now Terry Rozier is going to have 2 weeks of training camp with these guys, playing. You're going to have a full preseason, playing together. And when the season comes, we're going to see Terry Rozier get ready to strike. And you know what? When you look at Terry Rozier's numbers last year, you guys, even with the Heat, it was great. He finished averaging 19 points a game, but when he was in Charlotte the first 30 games, he averaged 23.2 points a game. He averaged 36% from the three-point line, 85% from the free throw, 6.5 assists. When he came to the Heat, the numbers went down. Obviously, because he went from a tanking team to a contending team. And he had to share the ball with other players. And in my opinion, when you look at Terry Rozier's numbers in the Heat, I think they were great. He played 31 games, started 30, averaged 16.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 91% from the free throw line, 37% from the three-point line, 42% from the field. That's something that Rozier needs to work on, is to get the right shots up. He averaged 14.5 shots a game. These averages are perfect for Terry Rozier on this roster. I've said it before, you guys, and I'll say it again. I don't think you're going to see one Miami Heat player crack 20 points a game. You're going to probably see this roster have 6 to 7 players average in double figures. And that's exactly what this Miami Heat team needs to predicate their offense on. Sharing the ball, moving the ball, not having your real focal number one option. Even though I feel it should be Bam Adebayo. I think the offense should be run around Bam. But another guy I feel like this offense should be run about is Terry Rozier. Because that pick and roll game with Bam Adebayo and Terry Rozier will be lethal. And if you sprinkle Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler on there, that's another thing. Jimmy's not going to have to cater the offense onto him. Even the games that we see Jimmy Butler coast and not have those big 30-point games, look for guys like Terry Rozier to dominate. I love this Miami Heat roster. I feel that this roster on paper is probably one of the very best Miami Heat rosters we've ever had in the Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero build. Simply because we have Terry Rozier. You could argue that the 2022 Miami Heat team was probably the best team on paper, with Kyle Lowry being with us for his first season. But in reality, this could be the year. So I want to hear from you, Heat Nation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think the words that Terry Rozier said, does it excite you going into this season? Or do you think the Miami Heat is predicated on having another mid-season? Also, what do you think Terry Rozier's averages are going to be this season? I'm really curious to know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. We are pushing to 5,000 subscribers. And remember the challenge that I have going on. Y'all get me to 5,000 subscribers by the beginning of the season. We're going to do a $50 giveaway on a live show. Thank y'all so much for the continued support. Until next time, your boy Ernest out. Be gentle in the comments. And that is enough said. Yeah, buddy. Let's go.